Hello and welcome to glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb into your virtual headset. Yes, I'm bringing New Zealand to the world. I've forgotten what I'm doing, but I'm definitely bringing the world to New Zealand. Anyway, there was a massive meeting. I don't know how big it was, to be perfectly honest, but there was a meeting in Wellington last night about the bus botch up that they've got going on there. Changed all the routes and the timetables, and people aren't happy. In fact, one person said that their blood was boiling. Another person said that it was a lasagna of failure, which nobody quite knows what that means, but they love it. Everybody unanimously loves that as an expression, and everybody's rushing out to use that in everyday conversation now. When I first heard it, I thought that perhaps they were serving failed lasagna. We've all been in this mess where we've got a bit ambitious with that's terrible. That's too much liquid in the bottom. I think they haven't sliced up the eggplant or cooked that correctly in there. Is this feta or ricotta? Hard to know. The pasta sheets haven't cooked properly. It's hard to say exactly what that has to do with botched bus timetables, but I reckon I'd pop it back in the oven, put a bit more melted cheese over it, and I'd probably still eat it. How do you go about stopping people mislabeling eggs? Apparently some confidence in the egg industry has been rattled. People just don't know what to believe anymore when it comes to their eggs, because one West Auckland farmer sold millions of caged eggs as free-ranged eggs. That's right. So they're looking at stamping the eggs to drive out cowboys. Unfortunately, of course, what happens when you try and stamp an egg? So that's fraught. Even sticking labels on, you need a very gentle machine. License to tell dad jokes. Don't hassle me about it with Father's Day so close. Just when you think that your day isn't turning out the way you wanted, I mean, maybe you were hoping for a nice, easy Friday, and you get in there and it's all turned to shit. It's probably not as bad as when suddenly you've got a hole in your space station. So astronauts have patched. Don't worry, they've patched the hole. It was only a 2mm wide hole, perhaps caused by a micrometeorite strike. But it did result in a loss of cabin pressure, and I would say a certain amount of filling your pants. So, yeah, no matter, even if you come in and you go, 14 emails? How have I got 14 emails? It's not quite the same as, oh my god, we're all going to die because there's a hole in your spaceship. You know what I mean? And finally, I've got some advice. This is glennzb advice, because the Minister of Racing, Winston Peters, has got a report today about ways to reform the horse racing industry to ramp it up. There's suggestions like outsourcing the TAB's commercial activities to an international operator, halving the number of race tracks around the country. Yeah, there's 17 recommendations there. Unfortunately, I don't think one of the recommendations is my recommendation, which is to get rid of it completely. We don't need it. It's stupid. Mind you, where would we go to watch such exciting things as that guy hitting his horse, that guy hitting his horse, and that guy hitting his horse? I mean, you know, if we didn't have racing, we wouldn't be able to watch that cool stuff. I am glennzb. Thank you so much for having me in your virtual headset. See you back here again on Monday. Woo!